Hey YouTube, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel, Reillys Knitting-Needle. If you are a new viewer, listener, hi and welcome. And if you are returning, hey! Anyways, let's get the admin thingies out of the way and we'll jump right in today. For my Instagram, it's going to be Reillys_knitting_needle. And on Facebook, it is Reillys Knitting-Needle. And I did start a TikTok. I believe it's Reillys Knitting-Needle. And I also started a Gmail, ReillysKnitting-Needle@gmail.com. Now that that's out of the way, how's everybody been? How's been your week? How was your weekend? I hope everybody had a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend. I am in a good mood today. I got up, took my brother to work. My husband and kids are still sleeping, so I can get this done real quick and then have the rest of the day with the family. So we have some, I kind of put work in. I do have 2 finished objects, and I'm going to be doing a lot of this because I noticed in my last 2 videos, I'm doing a lot of that. So sorry for the banging, y'all. So you can see we got a fresh do. We already showed the bangs, and of course, like I said, I know I'm little, come right down. Again, I don't care. I'm at that point in my life where I needed a mommy makeover. I usually do it sometimes every year, sometimes every 2. Went with a little bit of auburn. My hair is a natural brown, but it's really dark. It looks like a faded black. So I don't need to put in bleach and all that stuff in my hair, thank God. My hair is already ratchet as she falls out so bad. Anyways, so I kind of went in with an auburn, just kind of touch her up a little bit, kind of refreshing my color. Maybe after the summer, we'll just keep going in with some red and finally get her lighter. Usually summertime, I'm strawberry-ish, but yeah, so and you see me playing with my hair, sorry. I put some oil in last night and I've been kind of making sure that the oil stays through it and all that, make her stay pretty, even though during the summertime I really shouldn't be straightening my hair because anyways, as I said, getting back to before my rant, we got 2 finished objects. I do have one that I've worked on a little bit. I think I started working on it last night. I've casted on a new blanket. As you can see, she's sitting right next to me. And I got myself a little silo, Dollar Tree chalkboard. So I'm not in my office again today. I have a lot of things. And because it's so hot right now, as I said, the basement, it's cool right now. I can go down there and I have better lighting. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like walking down a flight of stairs. So I think I'm going to be like a timeshare with my videos. When it's nice and hot summertime, I'm going to be up here where the AC is bumping and blah, 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 blah. See? And then during the winter time, when it's still kind of warmish down there, I'll be down there. So don't want to walk downstairs. Don't want to take all this down. Anyways, I do have my last 5 objects of 2022. That way, everything I've done last year is out of the way, and everything that I've shown from here on out will just be strictly 2023, unless I come upon something that I was, oh my God, I found and I never showed it. And then I have 3 bags here with cast-on yarn. 3 projects I'm going to cast on. As far as breaking the bank goes, $10. I ordered a bag from Temu. It was like $5. I also picked up a 4-pack of these mesh bags that I use as Notion bags. And actually this weekend, I spent the weekend resetting all my Notions bag out of the 5 that I have. I reset. So now, everything should have what it should have. Yeah, whatever. And a couple little canisters at the Dollar Tree for all the stitch markers and things like that. So I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, but we're talking about me here, so I rant and rave, and I kind of just... We're going to jump into the finished objects first, get them out of the way, so that way we can just breeze along. Let me get into it because I never showed it. So was it about 2-3 days ago, I went to my office and I was looking for a particular yarn. Now, a couple of years ago, my husband bought me, I think it's Lion Brand Amazing lace, and they discontinued it. So when I saw it, I was like, I had to have it. I mean, I want to say about 3 years ago. I've been here 6 months. In my last place, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. So we got it when I just moved in. So yeah, about 3.5 years ago, I got this yarn. And it was discontinued, so I paid the $20 per ball. Like, ugh. But again, if it's discontinued, you never got to use it, and you're starting to open up more. Like, for me, it was knitting. I wouldn't want to crochet with lace yarn. I'd want to knit with it. So, got me the yarn, and I started working. I'll show it right now, and then we'll jump back into, she's a cast-on. Might as well just jump into it. I'll just show the cast-ons first then, because it'll just lead right back into what the hell I'm talking about. So, I went to Cast-on a couple years ago, The Grocery Girls shawl by Joji Locatelli, and I still didn't know how to get my yarn in there. Like, I was changing yarn, and you would see a strip of green running into the black, or vice versa. Now that I know how to carry up yarn along the side, or even if I'm just casting on the yarn and just put her into 2 stitches, and then you'll understand. Most knitters understand what I'm talking about, or even crocheters too. Just trying to hide the yarn, weaving it in before using a darning needle. It just wasn't looking right. She was coming out the corner, the one side where the colors were changing was really wonky. So I had gotten so fed up. I had spent $40 on this yarn, and I really wanted to use it specifically for this shawl. And again, discontinued $20. I mean, I'm not gonna. I've shredded up $30 balls of wool, but again, discontinued. So the yarn that he had gotten me was the Amazing Lace by Lion Brand. I got that color, and I got the mint. So black and mint. So as you can see here, I pulled apart the project. She just wasn't looking right. I'm saving it, obviously, because the mint now. But, yeah, I don't remember what the point of the story was. Anyways. Oh, the scarf. The scarf. Okay, anyways. So, I'm sitting in my room. I'm messing with my notions bags and resetting all my notions bags. And I'm like, darn, where is that yarn? I know I have it. So then I found a shawl, and I was like, oh, okay, I found it. I guess I used it. But the more I'm looking at the project was the waterline shawl, which I think I might have shown. I might show it again today. I don't know. But it was the waterline shawl by Marley Bird. I'm looking at the colors. I'm like, this is not right. There's a color missing. So now I'm high and low in my office. I'm searching, can't find it, can't find it, can't find it. All right, give it a break. I go back down the next day. I'm now on this side of my office where when you guys see me is my yarn wall, but on that side, it's a disaster. So I go through the disaster. I'm trying to find it. I find the bag. But then I find a Halloween bag. Why would I have a Halloween bag? I'm very one of those people. I use my bag specifically to the seasons or holidays, whatever. I open the bag and I find 2 scarves. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, hell no. I already have 7 projects going. I need to take it down a notch. Like, I really want to sit here and start pulling some of these little ones off, because my cast-on plans are going hardcore into knitting a dress and 2 more Joji shawls. But anywho, and I'm still working on that dotted rays, which I think I was right. I was on the right track. Anyways, so I find this bag, and I'm like, ugh. So the first scarf that I see is these weird, funky colors, something I would have never bought. It was given to me. Sorry, there's just like one hair. I would never use those colors. So I started making it. Don't know why. I guess I was bored. I might have been at work or something at the time. I pulled that apart. I still dig. I find my Karen Simply Soft. So, by the way, shame on me. I talk a lot of hot shit. that, oh, I've never knitted with Karen Simply Soft before, and now that I made that red hat, oh my God, I'm going to keep using it. My hair is so crooked. My bangs, there we go. The scarf that I'm working on is Karen Simply Soft. I don't know how long she's been sitting there, and forgive my cats. They're in a let me out kind of mood. They're like dogs. My cats are like dogs. That's my Kyrie. Anyways, so I find the scarf, and my husband's like, oh, are you going to finish it? I said, you know what? I'm using a 10 millimeter, one hank. I really don't want to use two. I have a second one. I didn't want to use it. So she was about this wide, roughly, and he really likes it. He's like, why don't you just fold it, crochet it up the side there, or he said, whatever you do. I said crochet. He said, do whatever you do on the side there, and he'll use it. So this is my first finished object. As I said, it's Karen Simply Soft. It's a tweed, like a heather gray. See the tweed? Just a regular stockinette. I just went back and forth. I think the cast on it, I think this is 40 stitches. So she's 40, and as I said, she's a lot wider. I did go in with a crochet hook, and I crocheted it together. So now it's like this pretty little tube. And the good thing is, as I said, I made it loose. So he could always just go in, give it a quick tug, and wrap around. So it's longer than that, so but I'm just kind of keeping it in the camera. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, and I think tonight we're making it a blockbuster night with some Mario with the kids. So, but this is my husband's, and now that being a tech, he's going to be outside a lot more. He's actually excited because before being in the truck, yeah, he jumped out of the truck, but he was only out there for like literally a minute, just unhooking, hooking, and booking. So now he really gets to utilize a lot of the hats and the scarves that I make for him. So yay. So again, just a regular, I use a 10 millimeter Chow knitting needles. I used a 22 cord, 40 stitches, and then I just bound it together on the corners. Now, my second one, sorry for getting so loud all up in your face. My second one, she's finally done. Forgive me for the noise, the moving around, you know, whatever it is I got, kicks in. So, we're going to show the blanket. I finally finished Blue Danaboo. So let me just show real quick the edging. So this is a shell edging. It is a single crochet, half double, double, treble, and then repeat. She's still going. I'm probably not going to be able to get this all in the camera. She is gorgeous. She's huge. Again, I can't get her in the camera. I'll probably put some pictures up, but she is done. And what was that? Okay. So as you can see, the stitch marker, there you go. That works, Tina. Do your job right. So the last time I had spoken to y'all, I was here. So we had from all that, from the center, all that done. And then afterward, I put in, I think about 7 more rows, 4 rows of the blue, and then I did my edging. This right here is the crochet pinwheel blanket by the Crochet Crowd. Again, that's the crochet pinwheel blanket by the Crochet Crowd. And they also have the dartboard version, which I'm going to show that one next. So there's only 2 finished objects that I have for the week. I need to move my things because it bothers me if I don't. So, okay. Let's get off the desk. There we go. Better. Her. So I'm just gonna pull it over. So those were my finished objects. As a matter of fact, before we get into this, let's show 2022 finished objects, and then we'll jump into the whips. So about a year or two ago, of course in Walmart, and you see all the nice pretty knitted things, crochet things. I don't know how they do the crochet. Well, I do know how to do the crochet things. So we're not going to go there. The knitted hats. And they have that like CC beanie or something of that sort. I'm not sure what it is. And selling it for like $25, $30. I don't have the pom-pom. The kids ripped it off. Thanks, kids. This was one of my hats that I knitted a year or two ago. It's like the CC beanie that you see on Walmart. Not sure what went wrong here, why there's a divot. But anyways, so I have one of my little handmade crafts. As you can see, my cats got to it too. I'm going to have to put a new label on there. Well, they're my hats anyway, so forget about it. Anywho, yeah, get some purling going on, some... I'm not sure what stitched. I mean, it looks like a rib. I could be wrong. Probably brioche or something, but with one solid color. I wasn't mixing them up. And then she had a pretty brown pom-pom up top. So, and there she goes. Nice and pretty. It is acrylic. I don't remember the pattern, so I do apologize. I know it's on Etsy, though. I did get the pattern off of Etsy. Just type in like CC beanie. It should pull up. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of that. Actually, no, it's the only hat. This one here, this was a mandala cake. The pattern, I don't remember. I think it was some, like a free basic pattern. I don't know how to put it. Which is a regular pattern, like here, you know, for beginners and stuff. So, just a regular triangular kind of shawl. It even might be a Marley bird. I don't know. It might be a Marley bird. But you see here is a pretty edging. That comes all the way. And I think you start with the skinnier version. I mean the skinnier side first. And then you just work your way up. So again, with shawls, I'm still learning how to put them on. I love making them, learning how to wear them. So, yeah, whatever. I mean, she's nice and thick. As I said, I love my shawls gawky. So she can be wrapped up a couple of times. And I just love the color scheme of it. Super pretty, super soft. Though it's acrylic, I mean, as long as you wash it right. And me, I tumble low dry everything. Not my wool. This here, you probably shouldn't put in the dryer, but put it on low with a few dryer sheets and maybe a rag towel to kind of suck up some of that water. But yeah, so again, mandala baby cake, something of that sort. I think it was a Marley bird, but it is a free pattern on Etsy or YouTube. Just a basic shawl. Same thing with this one. I think this one was by Knit Crow on their YouTube channel. It might be Knit Crow. Same thing. Basic, you start on one side. Again, I don't mean that in a bad way. If anybody like, what you mean basic? Like, I don't mean it bad. I should say beginner. There you go. It's a beginner-friendly pattern. It's very pretty stitching here. I think these were yarn overs. Like a pretty yarn over to edge it. And you work it from top down till you get to the middle, and then the rest of it's all decrease. So again, I had made this one for my daughter years ago. She fell in love, maybe used it once or twice, and then poof, ended up under the bed. So pink's not really my color, so it'll probably get passed down to my littlest one. She likes pink. So, and super warm. It's a little scratchy. I'm not sure if maybe she needs to be washed again. It's been quite some time. So, time. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I swore I had 5 projects. Maybe the cats took it. Don't know. As I said, I might have shown this one before. The Waterline Shawl by Marley Bird. Okay, Gingy. And this was a, it's a wrap wall. So the colors came out in these 3. My bind off was a little too tight because she pulls in, but that's okay. So my favorite part is the actual, those. So again, don't know how to really wear shawls, still learning. I think this one I was kind of letting her hang on one side. Yeah, something of this sort. Again, I'm sitting down, I'm not really like dolling up and stuff, but she's super pretty, very thin. I think also this yarn is a lace weight, and I think this is a blend of acrylic and cotton. I'm not sure, but it's a wrap. I caught those on clearance years ago. I have a whole bunch of them still. So those are all my 2021, we'll say, in 2022. Officially done with the objects, so that's done. Things that I have not worked on. Close to You, I've shown it, did not work on it. These socks that I casted on using what I named my sock. Girls Just Want to Have Fun with the Knit Picks yarn. Didn't do any work to her neither. Didn't touch her. One of my infinity scarves I finally put in my car. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the project that I take when we're driving and stuff. I always leave it in the house. So I finally put it in the car. She got about 2 or 3 rows, so nothing worth showing. It's really not. Excuse me, how to reset. Other than that, I think that's about it. The blanket. So I am using Caron 1 pound. I'm using just regular white, and I'm using a Caron 1 pound black. And as soon as I was done with Blue Danaboo, I had to cast on. As I said, I don't know what it is about pinwheel blankets. They're just my thing. They're my comfort zone. I don't know why, but it is. So, and it eats up a lot of yarn too. It helps out the stash a lot. So we're going with a dartboard effect. Again, the name of the pattern is the Pinwheel Blanket by the Crochet Crowd. And there's 2 different versions. There is the fan pinwheel spinning peppermint looking version, and then you have your dartboard. So this one, I am doing a black and white dartboard. So, yeah, we gotta get that picture right there. Just stay there for a second. I can't get screenshots as good because when I'm talking, it's just like, so. But that's one of my projects that I'm working on. One of my pinwheels. Biscuit, please go away. Thank you, buddy. So, it's one of my projects. Using a 6mm Susan Bates. These are my favorite hooks. I prefer inline hooks. I hate tapered. I started with tapered, but the minute I got my hands on the Susan Bates, I fell in love and never went back. So I love this rubber part here. It's good for my arthritis. So working on that one. I actually spent a lot more time working on that and finishing up that scarf over the weekend. Dotted rays. Dotted rays. Okay. So I only really put, I think, maybe 6 rows on it. I finished I finished the increase. I just did my eyelet, and now I'm back on the increases again. So we're going from 174 to 190 stitches. The shawl that I'm working on is called Dotted Rays by Stephen West. I believe I paid $6-7 for this pattern on Etsy. So I will go ahead and pull that off. So I don't think my cord is long enough. I'm going to have to probably switch over. So from when I last saw y'all, actually no, this is probably like around somewhere in here, maybe 3 or 4 more rows down, because I was still doing the increase. So I did about 3 or 4 rows, sorry, from down up till now. We did my eyelets, and I think I am on the right track. So now that I've advanced more into the pattern, last time I had these 3 holes here were not connected, and I was showing y'all what's going wrong. Now that I see her being closed on those 3 and being pulled, I believe is the last hole, because we started an eyelet here. So I think I'm doing something right. Again, if it's wonky, I'm learning. I'm starting to open up that comfort zone of stop just, stockinette and garter stitch, and your basic yarn over, double yarn over. I'm learning to read patterns. I really want to, again, open up that comfort zone. That's where the cast-ons are going to really, one of them is really going to open up my comfort zone. Anyways, so she only really got, like I said, about maybe 6, 7, 8 rows in, maybe 10. We'll say 10, 12. Holes are closing up. So I'm hoping I'm doing something right. Girl. Yeah. Hopefully I'm doing something right. So. And that is it for whips. As I said, I haven't touched anything else. I haven't put no work on anything else. I really want to focus on getting my Stephen West done and getting another third of this part of it done. I'd really like to cast on this weekend. So, cast-ons. So I just showed that yarn, the black and mint amazing lace. I want to make the, originally what I bought it for was the Joji Locatelli, the Grocery Girls shawl. So I really want to go ahead and, because it was a 2-color project. I actually made it using, I think the yarn was from Blue Sky Fiber. I'm not sure. Blue Barn Fiber or just Blue Barn. She's on Etsy. Yeah, I think it was Blue Barn, not Blue Sky. Blue Barn. Anyways. So it was like a Plant vs. Zombies, succulent colorway. Gorgeous. I mean, this woman, she can die. I'll have to find her name. And in my next video, I will definitely, give her shout out to her yarn, because it's gorgeous. Anyway, so it was a 5-color scheme or a 4-color scheme set. And I showed it before. It's like the light greenish into the light purple into a dark purple. She's gorgeous, super beautiful, but I want to originally use the colors that I bought for that project when I started learning how to read her particular patterns. Some of them I can read, some of them I'm still learning. So that lace weight yarn is going to be for the Grocery Girls. So just to kind of show it again in case anybody didn't see it the first time. I bought this years ago. This yarn is discontinued. I can still find some blue colors, but we're looking at like $29.99. That's just, no. I mean, just no. So we're going in with this, it's actually called Mesh Sage. Completely beautiful. And this one is Broomstick Black. Anyways, so these balls are, number 1, super fine, 1,017 yards, 150 grams, 930 meters, 70% acrylic and 30% nylon. So, yeah. And when I unraveled the project, as I said, I kept everything else intact. So I'm going to work from these 2, and then little by little just pull from here and chop and dice. So this is, if not this weekend, next weekend cast on. The Grocery Girls shawl by Joji Locatelli. So then, before I was able to find this yarn, I went through my stash and I remembered that I had some, I wound them. I had some wool-like yarn by Loops and Threads, 678 yards, 3.5 ounces, 620 meters, 100 grams. So super fine. It is 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. So before I found that yarn, I was like, forget about it. I'll just use this yarn because it's still thin, and we'll make the Grocery Girls. So just a regular blue. Oh no, it looks purple here. Oh no, it's not purple. It's blue. It's not purple. It's a navy blue. And then just a regular white. Sitting in my cozies. I knit, therefore I swear, and I knit so I don't kill people. Another Etsy shop. Can't remember, but her Etsy shop, I believe, is called Knitting Notions. She's got some really nice ones. I own about 5 or 6 of her cozies, so she's doing something right if I own 5 or 6 of them. Anyways, so I was going to Cast-on, and then, like I said, I gave up. Next day went down and found the other yarn. I was like, all right. So I think this one I'm going to make a Costa Eyelet. The one that I had made that's like a beige with the green, hunter green. So I'm going to remake it again, and I want it bigger this time. The pattern calls for acrylic. So, yeah, it's supposed to be acrylic gawky. I mean, really, who wants to sit in the wintertime? Depends on the yarn, because some acrylic is soft. What if acrylic, that particular yarn I use, happens to be scratchy? So, we'll stick with the wool-like, but we're going to make the Costa Eyelets. So, this is going to be my second cast-on, if not this weekend, hopefully in a week. So, we got Grocery Girls, and we got the Costa Eyelet. Now, my last one, my husband and I were sitting down, and I'm knitting, and I'm kind of scrolling through Ravelry, and he's looking at the patterns. He's like, how come you've never made a dress? Like, I see you make cardigans. I've made 1 or 2 sweaters. The purple one I've worn before, and my my Gobble Gobble sweater. I have made, I think, 1 cardigan, a crocheted cardigan, which I don't wear. I have to try and soften her. She's old. I mean, she's pilling. She's gross. But I never tried softening her up. Anyways, so I really haven't made like a sweater hoodie. Like I'd really like to. I can just throw on every day. I never made a dress. I forgive me, I didn't write the pattern, and I can't exit out of here because then it'll close the video. So I'll have to put it up in my next video. The person, what am I working on, and write down. As you can see, I bought a second book. So now this one will be for, you know, on the go. No, this one's the home one. Because this one I could just fold and pop it in. So whatever project I'm working on, like here, my dotted rays, I wrote down. I'm up to my next increase. Again, I've shown this one before. I mean, it's just everywhere. I mean, it'll be on this page, and then it'll be 3 pages down here. So this will be my home one. I'm trying to keep track in 2 books. So, anywho. So I says, yeah, okay. I didn't write it down. I found a knitting dress, and it says Iran. I think Iran is worsted. If not, I don't care. I'm just gonna go with a 6mm knitting needle. So, and I don't really have a lot of yarn. Let me rephrase that. I have too much yarn, but not of the same color. So, the only thing that I have enough color of is another one. If it ain't Karen, 1 pound, it's Lion Brand, 1 pound. Oh, Pound of Love. Love it. I've made my cardigan out of this one. I've made a pinwheel with it. I'm not too crazy about pinwheels with this kind of yarn. This really is good for cardigans. Anyways, so I have about 3 of these. This is your Lion Brand Pound of Love. The color is creamsicle, so it's a nice peach. 16 ounces, 454 grams, 1,020 yards, and 932 meters is a 4 worsted weight, so 100% premium acrylic. And recommended hook is a 6, and a recommended knitting needle is a 5. If I knew how to put pictures in here, as I said, I will show it, or I'll show in the next podcast episode. I'll have to take a picture of it and then show it through my phone. Again, not really the best with technology, slicing, dicing, and everything nice, and I can't do that. That's just not me. So anyways, this dress, it comes up to the knees. I can keep going. She's a 3/4. You can make it short, 3/4, and just keep going. But the pattern, it's like leaves, and then with the yarn over is trimming it out. So it's hard to explain, but I paid $8 for the pattern. I went through it, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm going to get it. So anyways, my next cast on, I think it's just called The Knitted Dress. Again, I will have to put it in my next one. If I find it within the next couple of hours, I will go ahead into the comments and I'll put it in the comments. That way, if anybody just kind of wants to go straight to the comments, just to kind of pull it up, like, oh, okay, that's what she's talking about. So I will try to do that. I'm not that great. My kids. And as you can see, my cats, they're crying. I don't know why. Biscuit. Hi. Come here. Come. I got all of them running. Who's cooing? Oh. Really? All right, enough cat talk. So, yeah. I will be casting this on. I'm really hoping. I really want to do this one this weekend. I really want to get the crochet blanket off and go in with the dress. Yeah. And for a bag, so again, it was a housekeeper. We had a really good GM. He was young, but he was cool as shit, so hey. So he went and got us all these little bags. He had them made up for us. The funny thing is, I'm wearing the socks too, I think. No, I'm not. It says, I'm a bright, shining housekeeper star, whatever. So she'll be living in this bag until it gets bigger. Then I have to figure out if she's going to go into like a Christmas bag from Joann's. And that is it for finished objects, whips, and future cast-ons. Now, breaking the bank again, not working, so I ain't got money like that to be spending. And even if I did have it, as I say, I probably spent maybe like $10 this week at the Dollar Tree. No, excuse me, $5 at Dollar Tree and $5 on like Temu. Granted, I heard the horror stories of Temu. I wasn't going in and like spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Technically, I was looking at one of these little canister like mesh bags. So when I'm out with the kids and I'm holding this to knit, and I'm like kind of like that. There's no hook. And I don't want a big ass purse just for some paper thin yarn. So I love my Rugrats bag, but there's no. So I just happened to go on a Temu, and I was like, let me just see what I can find. If it's got to be a week or two, at least I know what I want to get. So this little baby goes and pops up. Super cute. Like I said, $5. I don't name the name of the brand. She is water resistant. Favorite color is blue. And I decided to just tag her up with all my pins. So I went in, as I was saying before, I have a lot more pins, and the pins that I actually do have, you most likely already have seen them all because it's the same ones that are from, Joann's. whatever you see here is my special collections. So I have my Craft-A-Vist pen. Yeah. My Animal Crossing, something I picked up in Florida when I see my mother. And then, yeah, so my Craft-A-Vist pen, another one there. Your regular pins. The Count on Me is from my old job. Here, Dead Island is a video game. My Kingdom Hearts. I am a big Galaga fan. I love Galaga. A hank of yarn from Knit Picks. For my birthday, the little sloth from Knit Picks. This one here is from, let's just stand up, woman. Let's see if it'll focus. It says knitting is my therapy. And the other one, because I didn't get to do local yarn store day, I ordered a pen to support my local yarn store, which is the Craft-A-Vist. So, oh, this is so gonna bother me that you guys can't see these pens. Oh, this is super horrible. Give me a camera. Anyways, sadly, this one here will not show up for y'all. Don't even know how to get it off. All right, let's try that. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyways, it's a ball of yarn. It says local yarn store day, April 29th, 2023. So I had gotten this from the Craft-A-Vist, as I said. This is one of my favorite stores in Atlanta that I get my yarn from. So I order online, and I wanted to support them, so I ordered this pin back in April. Just never had the time to show it. I had time to show it, just it was on a big ass bag, and I was just like, So anyways, I got this from Temu, $5. The good thing is that, yeah, I know it has a zipper and everything like that, but personally, I don't care. I was thinking about kind of maybe just breaking a hole in the back here and just have the yarn feed out. Anyway, so the point was, as I said, I'm with the kids, I'm out, and I don't want to sit there with a big old bag trying to get my yarn out. So this is just perfect, kind of just slap over and have the yarn pulled out, and I'm knitting as I'm walking. So that was, that was that one. So you can check it out, Temu, real nice. And what is already living in here is the other sock that I showed but never worked on. I'm still in that first row of speckle. So that was one purchase. Excuse me, 15. I forgot about yesterday. So I went to Walmart, I think it was Saturday, most likely it was Saturday. I like these mesh bags, girl. My cat. I like these mesh bags. They're like 4 for $5. I put all these in my bags. So what I did was I reset all of my bags. I took all 4 of these and my Rugrats one. Dumped everything onto the bed, and I put like 10 stitch markers in each one, a pair of scissors in each one, a darning needle in each one, 5 rubber stitch markers, and only 2 of them have crochet hooks, and they all have a measuring tape. I need to go back in and put in better scissors, newer scissors, definitely, excuse me. And I know there was 1 or 2 more things. Index cards and pens. a lot of the times if I don't have my book, I forget what the hell or where I was. So I need to start being more faithful about writing on the card and then popping it to one of these mesh bags. So got one of those to set up for more bags that I do have downstairs. So that's that. And as I said, I went to the Dollar Tree. These were 2 for $1. These little canisters. So it was perfect because I was using all plastic stuff wrapped up with hair ties. It's like, I don't want to lose my stuff, but now I can't get into my stuff. Alright, so like for this one here, just mostly all my darning needles, the tool that I make for my stitch markers, and my stitch marker pieces. I got to get some more lobster claws. So, I got that for that one. This one here, not sure. Oh, this one is all my Chow pens and all the rubber stitch markers, my stoppers. I lost something in there. Who cares? So, and you know, having to keep going inside of Della, in and out, I'm gonna end up really tearing her. I don't know what it is, but she's gonna get busted up. And then they had a little packet of these storage containers, 4 for $1 in there. So came like that. One is all my handmade stitch markers that I make. All my old hard plastic stitch markers I don't use, but I'm not gonna get rid of them. You never know. Here is my crochet stitch markers. Yes, I do have, because you know with crochet, kind of go through the loop. So, and then all my stoppers. So, I think that was a good purchase this weekend. I said it wasn't much, but I finally got myself organized. I got all my bags organized. I got all my stuff organized, and I'm keeping it just in one bag. Before, it was on my couch, my downstairs. This thing, which this thing, by the way, too, is I got for Mother's Day. I forgot to show that. It's one of those stands. She's not the best. But I put it at the edge of my bed, and as I'm yanking the yarn, she's not twisting and turning and swiveling, so it works for me, at least being in the room. So, but yeah, I spent the weekend working on her and resetting up my bag. And see, I told you I had a stitch marker. We'll put it in here. That'll bother me. Actually, it'll bother me. So we'll stick it in that one for now. So yeah, I spent the weekend working on that blanket, resetting up all my bags. And to be honest with you, doing this is dangerous because I'm like, oh yeah, I have more. I can put more projects and start more bags. And no. Because I noticed the other day, like this one here, if I work on Hohi, she doesn't have one yet. Costa Eyelet doesn't have one yet. And the knitted dress, they don't have a bag. I don't want to take it out of the other bags that are already made or have projects, because then I'm assuming, oh yeah, I put one in that bag and I swap bags and I don't have it. Don't be stupid. So this will come in good again. I'll probably do that again this weekend, work on some of that. Other than that, I don't have anything else. We are at 48 minutes. I think today was good. That was a good episode. So, anywho, again, I really do hope you guys like what you heard and like what you saw. And please hit subscribe, hit like, and go ahead and hit the notification bell for whenever the hell I upload. You'll get it. Until then, I really do thank you for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope to see y'all next week, or maybe even this weekend. Happy hooking, happy knitting, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.